Right then, let's get into the weekly review. So, didn't take any trades today because it's Friday, and also my model didn't appear, and we had some surprise red folder news. Trump announced that he wants to do like 50% tariffs on Europe or something, and the market just shut the bed pretty much, as you can see. So, one of the things I've looked at when backtesting my model is if the price drops too far away and you don't get the inverse, then it's better just to move to the sidelines, wait for the previous daily high and the previous daily low to be like a manageable distance away from each other. Do you know what I mean? Rather than, placing a trade down here and aiming up here. It's just like you'll be waiting a while most of the time. So this week I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 trades. Hold on. I secured 301 pips this week and 90 something pounds profit. So look, history. Yeah, 93 pounds profit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. The first 3 of the week were where I broke my rules, and then the other 2 were following the model. So that is nice. 6 trades, sorry. So first trade was break even, long, short even, and then second and third were 2 of those longs where buyers just didn't play out. We got stopped both times. And then one of the ones was followed the model and Nasdaq reached TP, whereas S&P didn't, and I was in S&P. So I closed early there because the SMT that took place between the 2 markets. And then yesterday we had 2 trades on at the same time between Nasdaq and S&P. I closed the Nasdaq one early just to secure some profits and reduce my risk. The risk to reward was not as good as the S&P trade, and I just wasn't really comfortable switching between both markets, especially during the PM session. And then the S&P trade, I closed it early, and the final part of that, so I closed 75% early, and then the final bit got stopped out just above break even. So overall, it's been a pretty good week. Still learning this model, testing it out. I'm to be honest, I'm still a little bit cautious in my live trading with it. Whereas when I'm demo trading it, I just completely let it go. When I'm back testing it on FX replay, I just completely let it play out, just to build my confidence in the model and the types of entries that work better, and when is best to implement it and just follow it all the way through, instead of managing the trade and closing early, moving to break even, etc. So in terms of what happened today, market opened here, traded down into this fair value gap, not quite, pulled back, swept all of these highs, come down, and then 7:30 Trump made his announcement on the tariffs, and as you can see, markets bombed. As a result, gold shot up, and yeah, we got a nice move there. And then since then, I've just stepped away. This would have been a target for a long, but obviously it's too far away right now, so we'll just have to come back next week. We've got a bank holiday Monday, so it won't be till Tuesday that I'll be looking back at the charts again. With that in mind, I was also looking at some of the higher time frame stuff, and I noted that it might be worth implementing this model on weekly highs and lows as well. If I wanted to, say, set up like a trade for a week, obviously it's something I'll need to backtest, but on the weekly chart, got a nice little gap here on the S&P, as well as here as well. So I think it's a bit clearer on the daily. Yeah. So all of this news, I'm imagining it will be like a little sweep or pullback here or down here, which is a lot of pips, but realistically this looks to be the most likely zone. We'll sweep that, and then we'll be able to take a look at like a move up. Ultimately this is the target up here. I know this has pretty much been filled on the weekly chart, but on the daily chart we still have this. Is that an inverse fair value gap? Almost. Actually, looking at the weekly chart, this is the main imbalance on a higher time frame compared to that daily. Eventually, price will come up here. Eventually, whether it has to come down first, maybe tap this order block here or this little candle here into this gap. We'll have to wait and see, but these are the key levels that I have marked out on the charts at the moment. As I mentioned earlier in the week, I'm looking to remove my drawings off the charts after trading day, just so I come in with a fresh perspective the next day, rather than trying to build off old ideas, because some of them won't be always correct, and it's just better to have a clean chart. I find just keep the simple bits on there, previous steady high, daily low. We've got a weekly inverse fair value gap marked out here across, and yeah, so I think that's most of it. Overall, I'm quite pleased with this week. We had a shaky start, and that really was a bit of a turning point for me, because I had been on a big losing streak, to be honest. And when you're trading with live funds and you're just taking all these losses, it does kind of get to you a little bit. It made me sort of sit there and think, what is it that I am actually doing wrong? Because I've had success on this previously, and right now I'm not getting the results that I would expect to get. So pretty much that has forced me into backtesting more, spending more time refining my strategy again. And yeah, I've got the model in place now, so I feel like I've sort of reached a point where it is the only thing that I'm going to trade going forward. And like I say today, maybe if I didn't have this model in place, I would have maybe tried to take a trade during the AM session, like to probably come and target this up here or something. Like, I would have seen this as a break of structure here, and then retrace into this fair value gap entry here, stop here, and then target, fill this imbalance, which we might see in the PM session, but it's just better to leave it, especially after big tariff news, and just come back and reassess next week. But yeah, overall better this week. May has not been the best month for me. It's been my reddest month of the year. So I imagine I'll be taking some time to recover the losses. I think overall, not taking into account my further deposits into my broker account and into my live account, down something like £900. Just seeing the potential in this model that can be made back, by the end of next month if I execute correctly. And yeah, it's just one of those. We just have to take each day as it comes, wait for the setups to play out, and remain focused whilst also clear-headed and in a right mindset to do so. But yeah, all that being said, bank holiday weekend, enjoy it, and I'll be back on Tuesday with another market recap. We'll see how we're doing.